Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and these are the top stories we have for you tonight. The governor takes a beating from the legislature, your Wednesday's Crime Stoppers report, and we'll dine around in the Magic Kitchen. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, it was not pretty. Governor John DeYoung took a verbal bashing yesterday as the Senate heard testimony on his home improvements. News Channel 8's Wes Small caught up with Senator Terrence Positive Nelson earlier today at the District Court on St. Croix.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. We are talking about the Senate hearings that went well into the night last night. I am standing here with Senator Positive Nelson. We are talking about the improvements of Governor John DeYoung Jr.'s home. Over $400,000. That at a time of economic hardship in the territory, and a lot of things that are foremost on a lot of people's minds. Yes, the governor could have been secure, but possibly a mobile unit could have been moved to his home so that when he's out of office, that mobile unit could be moved to another governor's home or something like that. And that's basically, Senator, what a lot of citizens and people are upset about. First of all, how do you think that the hearings went yesterday? And is it possible that we could be seeing possible impeachment or other sanctions against Governor DeYoung?
The actions to be taken, I guess, can be determined by the committee and by the courts. And there are several options, including impeachment. What was gross about yesterday, and just gross about this entire action, is, first of all, the lack of transparency. Second of all, the vulnerability of the Virgin Islands Treasury, that this was able to be done. And I got to give Senator Donnerstall credit. If Senator Donnerstall had not brought this to light to us as precisely what was done with this monies, it would have slipped. How many times it's happened before? We caught up with it now. And then they are sending supposedly intelligent people to speak to some intelligent people and to try to justify that the language that we're looking at in the law allows this, and it clearly does not. And most people in there, I'm right here, and coincidentally, I'm in front of the courts. They just swore in some new attorneys, and congratulations. But people in the legal field are watching this, even those who work under the Attorney General's office, and are saying that, ooh, I can't believe that legal professionals and legal experts are on TV in the public trying to justify a particular language and saying that some action was allowable. I think it's gross. I think it insults the people's and the public's intelligence. And I think that if something wanted to be done, whatever the security measures were, they are something that could be put in front of the public. And look, even if we had ended up spending that same exact amount, if it was something the people had determined publicly through some voting process, that, hey, we believe that this is something that's allowable, the people would have said, patience, we've done that. But the amount is gross, and the idea that they sort of try to sneak it in, trying to say this is a public works project, is gross.
But you senators voted for it.
No, and that is why, Senator Dow, I won't let you rest. I'm going to keep digging you. You lied last night on the record, and I want to make a point also, because the legal counsel said that he was advised by Senate President Hill that there are two investigations, including a federal agent, the Department of Interior. Did you see the papers today?
Yes, there is a federal investigation going
No,
on.
did you read the paper today? Where the federal agent said that nobody requested. You read the paper, and I'm not going to advertise.
But the next paragraph said that one part of the office is still looking into it.
Okay, good. But on top of that, Senator Dow stood up and held up that piece of document and said, we voted all on it. And what we voted on was they were reappropriating $1,305,000 from the Nader Project Roads to Public Works for engineering designs, constructions, repairs, or resurfacing of roads. The key subject roads. We had people trying to take out from there that they were allowed to do anything they wanted to, including development and the private family's home. Okay, a public official's private home. That's not the governor's residence. The governor's residence is the public facility. There are a few throughout the territory. Katlenburg, Government House in Canonsgada, up in Christiansted, and there's one in St. John where the governor may reside. If a governor opts to live at his home, then we, the public funds, can just be spent by my decision, and he's also chair of the Public Finance Authority, by the way, to fix up my personal home. That's a violation by any measure.
Has the governor broken any laws?
He has broken many laws, and not only him, but individuals coming to the legislature testifying, and I think including perjury, which was committed yesterday. And
I'd like to stop you there. I watched you yesterday, and you were not happy. Celestino White wasn't happy.
Celestino White is keep playing on both sides, and I'm tired of him playing the whip out with the people. Okay, you can't try to justify wrong when it's certain people. Wrong is wrong, period, and that's where me and many of them differ. Wrong can be right for certain individuals because of their position in society, and then wrong for other individuals because of their position in society. And that's where I break the ground there. Okay. We are all God's children. We are all part of humanity. And I'm sorry for getting passionate, people of the Virgin Islands, but this is where this character differs from many of those individuals that I work with.
Well, what's the next step? That's what a lot of people are saying. They're saying, okay, y'all did all this, people are not happy, but now what?
The chairman, Senator James, has stated we don't want to appear that we're headhunting after the governor, especially people saying, oh, Senator Nelson only saying these things because he's running. I decided I was going to run way before this because I know he was off course. Okay, Senator James has stated that there's another meeting on November 24th. We have subpoenaed the board members of the Public Finance Authority.
Will the governor be there this time?
Well, I believe that if I was governor and I was accused of doing something wrong, and I felt like I would did something right, I would come and affront the situation.
Should he apologize?
I more than apologize. The money should be paid back to the people of the Virgin Islands. And I think, you got to man up. We all make mistakes, Wes, and nobody's perfect. None of us, me included.
Yes, sir.
If you have violated the people in particular the public trust in particular, in this instance as a key, the top public official in the territory, the responsible thing to do is to come up, reason with the people, and if you still find that you're wrong and you realize that you're wrong, they realize that and they deem so, then you make the apology and move forward.
A lot of people think he should give back the money to the Virgin Islands.
And on top of that, pay the money back. And you know what? What upsets me as a common man trying to make it out here day to day is that, as I understand things, the family already have the resources. He did not need this. If you wanted to improve your personal home, if I'm governor, man, and personally at home, I think I need some more security. That might give me a few more chow dogs or maybe some Rottweilers, but that's on me.
I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.